One love, God bless. Far Nelson here, and today I'm here to talk to you about how to prosper in life. So, how to prosper in life? Let's break down first what prosper means, at least for me. And prosperous means not only having, of course, spiritual wealth, which is what we talk about a lot on this channel, but to have a prosperous life. How to prosper in life. It's a different type of energy that we need. Of course, there's, like I said, the spiritual prosperity, when we no longer are attached to things of the material world, or we know that we are wealthy within. But we also want to feel wealthy throughout, we want to feel wealthy in the physical world as well. Many of us have been raised to want certain things and want to achieve certain goals. And sometimes it's not even about how we are raised. Sometimes we just have innate dreams within us, and we want to try to figure out how to achieve them, and not only achieve them, but achieve them abundantly. So it's not just like a one-time success type of thing. We don't want to be a one-hit wonder in different areas in our life. We want to have prosperity. We want to have continued success, abundantly success, abundance of wealth, not to the point where we need to be billionaires, but we want to continuously have a constant realization that we have more than enough. 9 out of 10 of us have more than enough. That is actually true. The more that you gain a prosperity mindset, the more you can realize what you need to get rid of. Now, this is something that's going to take a little second to understand, truthfully. In order to really realize how much prosperity you have, you first have to look around at what you need to get rid of. Lots of times in our life, we think that we aren't wealthy. We think that we're not prosperous. So anything that we get, whether it's clothes, whether it's a mindset, whether it's a relationship, whether it's, a nice apartment or house or home that we have, but if it's causing more disruption in your life, if you have to wash more clothes at the end of the day, or you find yourself still buying new clothes every month, there's other things in your life that you can get rid of. It's okay to feel like you want some new clothes, so you go out and buy it because, this style or this particular pattern or color really attracted to you. But we have to learn how to get rid of things in our life so that we can make room for more prosperity. We have to learn how to get rid of mindsets of lack, of not enough, so that we can make more room for prosperity. And you notice I didn't say sell your clothes. If you can't sell some things, cool, that's fine. I didn't say sell your items. If you can't sell a couple items, cool, that's fine. But look in your home, look in your life, look in yourself, and see what you can give away, what you are ready to let go of. Whether it's something material or something spiritual within yourself, in order to make room to truly feel prosperous, we have to let go of what is blocking the prosperity from showing up in our life. If you have a bunch of old clothes, eventually that super nice new outfit that you've been loving, for the past month or two, all of a sudden it goes missing in the mix of these old clothes. And before you know it, you forget about that outfit completely. You forget how prosperous you were because there's so much other drama that is clouding your judgment. In our life, there's so much other situations, stresses, other blessings even that come into our life, which cloud our true fullness of prosperity. Old beliefs, old patterns of habits, old addictions, sometimes even old friends and old relationships. They come back and cloud our judgment. Right when we're starting to see clear, oh my gosh, we're so prosperous. Look how great I feel. Look how great I look. Look how great I, am within and throughout. And then all of a sudden, all these things start piling up just like clothes. And before you know it, it's so distant of a memory of when you last felt that way, felt truly prosperous. You still have more than enough, but because there's so much old blocking the new blessings that have came into your life, there's so much old patterns, old thinking habits, old materialism in your life, you can't truly feel the prosperity that you're trying to feel. Let go of some of those old blessings. Stop holding on to, oh, I wish it was like this again. I wish I was in this time again. I wish I was this age. I wish I was at this place. Realize that you are blessed right here, right now, and you will truly feel the prosperity. Get rid of some of the material so that you can build to your true alignment that you're supposed to be on. And now let's get to the money aspect, because I don't want to leave that out as well. I know money is an important thing in this, society. We need it even to get free from the bondage that we have been birthed into. As crazy as it is, we need at least enough money for a plane ticket, or, some wood so that we can build our shelter before we can just go off grid. There's always a certain amount of money needed. And whatever, doesn't matter if you're a monk in a monastery or whatever, there's always some type of money that has to be generated, until a certain point where you can truly live off the land and live off of the resources that's around you. So the money is something that people all over struggle with. So how can we truly be prosperous if our money is lacking? Well, first we have to switch our mindset about money. And this was something that was very confusing and tough for me as well. I'm somebody who used to only try to get the cheapest things and, the cheapest things on the menu, cheapest clothes, whatever. I'll try to make sure it's, decent food, decent clothes, but it would still be on the cheaper side. And I still don't, spend crazy amounts of money. It's just that my mindset about money has changed. I realize I need less. It's not so much of me saying I don't have enough money to do this anymore. We want to stop with that speech of saying we don't have enough money to do this, or we don't have enough time to do this, or, I'm too broke to be doing this, or I'm stressed out about this bill. We need to stop with these habits that are holding back our prosperity, that are stopping us from living a prosperous life. When we realize that we have more than enough, and we can start, even if it sounds funny at first, but really saying that, getting into the flow of that so that it makes sense to us when we say it when we are responding to things where maybe money is involved, but we're using words that are more affirmative instead of negative towards ourselves. If someone says, hey, you want to do this, say, oh, I can't right now, I'm saving up. You know, say you're saving up. Even when you pay bills or pay anything, bless the money that comes out and realize that is bringing something else in. And it's not only bringing something else in, but it's helping others with your transaction. Your money is going many different ways, all the way down to the penny, and helping out many different people. So bless that money. This is how we start living a prosperous life and start having a prosperous mindset, so that even our money is a blessing. Money shouldn't be something of evil. Don't think of money as evil, because then you'll never truly be free. We must think of money as just simple energy that is easily transferred. And if we want some more of it, we can just use more of our energy and get more of it. But that's it, that's all. And when it comes down to the actual habits of money, habits that are going to make you prosperous, you know, it's very simple steps, honestly. We can complicate them, of course. You know, they're going to be specific to some extent for every single person, but it's simple steps how to continue to make your money multiply and be abundant. Of course, I'm not the richest person yet, but I see by me doing these simple steps how my money is constantly able to be beneficial to me in some way or another. I can see how I stress out less and less each and every year as my money starts to truly double every single year. So when we want to live a prosperous life financially, we're going to have to start with some truths. And that is, if you don't have a source of income that's consistent, if you don't have a job, or if you don't have something that you can get paid from at least 5 days a week, more than $50, you know, a day type of thing. You want to be at least making $100 a day. If you don't have that situation, you need to go out and get that situation. You need to go get a job, or go get 2 jobs if that's what it takes. But as long as you're still having time to manage your life, to be able to meditate, eat, shower, sleep, hang out with people here and there, as long as you're still able to do that, you should be at average making $100 to $80 a day in America, you know. And once you are able to do this, even if it is $50 a day, even if you're not in America and you're making $10 a day, I want to broaden it. But what I'm trying to say is, whatever you're making each and every day, it needs to be something each and every day. It needs to at least be five days a week. You should be making some type of income. 4 days a week at minimum. Minimum. So once you are able to get in this flow and you're making income, yes, you're going to be paying bills, and there's going to be lots of times and situations where it feels like you don't have enough money to do anything, you know. So what are you even thinking about ways of making more money, or, you know, this and that? But hear me out. You want to live a prosperous life. You're going to have discipline with your money, just like you do with your spiritual practices. So once you're able to make some money every single day, 5 days a week at least, 4 days a week at least, you want to start putting aside money every single week. You want to put aside, preferably, 10, 20, or higher every single week. Even $20 every single week. You want to do this. And at first you'll be thinking, oh my gosh, what am I going to do at the end of the month? I can barely pay bills now. How am I going to survive without the extra $10 every week or extra $20 every week? But you'll realize as time goes on, months go on, that you don't need that money. And you kind of forget about it. And I want you to put that money somewhere that you know you can't easily access it, whether it's in a piggy bank or whether it's in a bank account that you aren't able to constantly look at every single day and see how much is going up, or a stock account. You need to be putting that money away every single week so that you're able to have money for yourself. It's called paying yourself first. Once you get paid, you need to pay yourself first. You need to make sure that you are the one who is benefiting from your work and your labor, not the system, not the taxpayers, not your bills, but you are the one that's first benefiting from your labor, from your energy. So once you're putting that money away and you have yourself at least, $100 saved up, you should be investing this money in places where it's going to, if not slowly, just gradually start increasing. And by places like this, I mean like stock market. There's tons of apps that are available now that you can use to get into the stock market. I personally use Robinhood. I'm sure there's tons of people who can say it's good, bad, this and that. But you need to get into the habit of doing this. Figure out one that you like. There's Coinbase, Robinhood, there's, a bunch of them. Acorns. But you need to invest this money so that it's not just sitting. Even if it's half the money that you've saved. I know it'll feel scary at first. Oh, there's also Cash App that you can do it through as well. But invest in something like Apple. Invest in something like Pepsi. Invest in something like Amazon or, just waste management. You want to invest in things that have been around for generations, not just many years, 10, 20 years. I'm talking about generations. We want to invest in things that we know are going to constantly be here for the long run. And I promise you, it may be tough, the first year. You may take a hit the first year, but the next year will be amazing. The year after that may be incredible. But it takes that discipline, it takes that faith to really live that prosperous life in a material way. To be able to not struggle every day with your money, but be able to actually see a way out. Now, of course, there's lots of things that happen in the stock market. There's crashes and all types of things. But as long as you stay consistent and you stay strong and patient and don't pull out all your money, then you will get through it. You will bounce back, stock levels back out, stuff like this. But do this. Once you get in and you've invested half of what you saved, go ahead and just start putting the $20 or, $10 into your savings and $10 into stocks, and just go like that every single week or every 2 weeks or however you want to do it and feel comfortable with it. But once you get in this flow and this habit, you'll be able to see how much money that you can actually save up, how much money that you're actually able to use. And then the next thing, once you get disciplined in using your money and having faith in your money and having faith, not in your money, having faith that the Most High is going to help guide you with this money, that having faith that the Most High is going to help bless you abundantly with this money, especially if you got it out of a righteous way. That's why I said, like, getting a job or doing something that you know is putting in good energy. You want to be doing something that is releasing good energy, not negative energy. So once you get into the habit of investing and saving and you're able to do these things, you want to invest in other aspects of your life. You want to figure out what your passion is, what your dream is. Maybe take a, $50 off, out of your savings to go just put into a couple things to start a business, a couple supplies so that you can do some art, some music, some whatever. And buy a couple, stands that you need, or a couple fold tables that you need, so that you can go ahead and start your business. Even if it's something that's just on the weekend, you want to begin to invest in yourself. It's going to build you up so that you don't have to live off of somebody else. We are only slaves when we are constantly having to look to somebody else to pay us. We want to be the one that is getting paid directly. We don't want to be putting in the energy and all that labor and all that effort, and then somebody else collects the money that we've earned, and then they pass it down to us, pennies on the dollar. We don't want to do this. We want to use our money that we invest in, use our money that's sitting there and slowly doubling, and begin to invest in things that we like to do, things that we've been dreaming about. Even if it may sound crazy, an Etsy page, a farmer's market stand, a art page, or you want to start your own ice cream shop, you want to do whatever you want to do. All it takes is you actually doing it, you actually getting things in line. You may not have all the money to get it right now, everything right now, but start accumulating what you can. Use your investments to help get what you need to. After you've been letting your money sit and double for about a year and a half or two, it's time to use this money. It's time to use this money to help get you out the system. Nobody got super financially wealthy by just, staying at a regular job and becoming a corporate manager. Unless they work at like Google or Apple or something like this. Nobody got super financially wealthy just by doing these things. We have to start our own businesses. We have to be the ones who can set our own schedules. Of course, you can become a nurse or a doctor or something like this, but you're always at the call, always at the beckon of some other person. You're always a slave to the system. If you get fired or if you get blackballed, from that medical field, then you cannot practice any medical things after this. If you do something that that system does not like, or maybe you test positive for something in a time when you are really struggling, then they can just take away your license and you cannot practice medicine anymore. That sounds like a slave system to me. I, of course, don't want doctors to be, on substances or doing things that are crazy or wrathful and getting away with it. But it just shows you that it doesn't matter what tax bracket you are. If you're under a system, you're under a system. If you work for somebody, you work for somebody. It's as simple as that. You're calling them boss. This is what we used to call the masters back in the day, boss. They say, oh yeah, I'm a foreman. You know what I'm saying? That's what some of the lead, not the supervisor, but someone like a supervisor say, I'm a foreman. So we have to realize that we're still using terms even of slavery. We're still stuck in that mindset where it's so hard and so much effort to do something on our own. If you want to be prosperous, though, you have to pay yourself, invest in yourself, and then invest in yourself some more. And then if you got some extra money on the side, saving up, which you should have it, because we're not investing all of our money just into, our business or our dream or whatever it is. No, we're investing parts and, we're paying off towards our business, towards our dreams. And with the extra money, you should be investing in other adventures, other things that you see that are, calling you. You should be diving into stuff that's going to bring you residual income. We want to be able to make money while we sleep. We want to be able to not have to worry about the normal mundane things. So spiritual prosperity is what's first to be attained. Of course. But I feel like it was needed to be spoke upon, the financial prosperity, because I feel like a lot of people think that just because you get into an awakening that you have to not want any type of financial help, assistance, when really that's far from true. The Most High wants us to be wealthy, wants us to be abundant, wants us to be fruitful. If you wanted $1 billion because you want to help 10 billion people, and you say, yeah, I will take $10 billion, but I just think I just need $1 billion and I'll be able to help 10 billion people. And that's people for this generation and the next generation and the next generation. That's what I'm talking about. If that's your goal, then the Most High might align things in your life so that you can make $1 billion. If you are staying true to who you are, if you are living righteously, if you are really, really putting in the work and the energy to have such of outcomes and touching people's lives in the process, then $1 billion isn't so far-fetched. When you're already touching 500,000 people with not even 500,000, with not even 100,000, So the things people can do is unmatchable. It's unfeasible. We can't even really fathom how much we can truly do until we put in the energy and the effort towards it, until we put the dream and the prayers to it. There's not many people that are living truthfully out of a rightful intent, out of a holy intent, out of a law of the Lord, who can say that they can really compete with these companies like Kroger and, Food Lion and Walmart and Target. there's not many actual holy people who can say they can compete with these types of corporation giants. So information like this is needed. Spiritually, we should all feel prosperous already. We should all be okay with living in the woods and having very little materially and being fine with that, of course. But universally, not universally, worldly really, universally, that's more of the thing. That's more of living in the woods. We should all be doing that universally. But worldly wise, in order to truly make a big impact, there is going to have to be people who are righteous, who are holy, who do have $1 billion, who truly do pray multiple times a day and meditate and don't do these perverse things that we see so many celebrities come out with, who don't do these wicked and wrathful and, sick things that these celebrities that are filled with greed and toxicity do. And not even celebrities, these corporations, We need people who can save up the amount of money that can truly take down a Target or take down a Walmart. We need to open ourselves and always be receptive to paths that are going to help people in a bigger way than just maybe our voice can. Like I said, this world is prosperous. This world is abundant. This world is wealthy already. That's our birthright. We have more than enough 9 times out of 10. But until we get rid of these old mindsets and these old habits, these old limitations, we will never truly live to our full potential. We will never be the person that we could have truly meant to be. Sometimes you have to be that voice. You have to be that person that is taking on these giants, that is truly being prosperous in more ways than just spiritually. Sometimes we need these people, and I feel like, especially in our society, we let fake prosperity rule. We let people who are prosperous only materially rule, when it's the ones that are prosperous spiritually, first and foremost, who are truly the leaders, who are truly ones to be looked up to, who are truly ones who we should be following, not following these, false idols. We should be following people who are truly here for us to follow, who is putting in the effort, putting in the work, mentally, physically, and spiritually, to be the best person that they can be, to be a leader. Even our presidents are crazy. They just care about material prosperity. So, for some reason, I felt like I needed to talk on this. I needed to let those secrets be known, that it's okay to pay yourself first. It's okay to invest in the stock market. It's okay to invest in real estate. It's okay to invest in yourself, your business, your goals, your dreams. It's okay. We don't have to only live one type of life. We don't all have to go live in the woods. We don't all have to live on, only the bare minimum. Some of us need to be these people who become a billionaire who can take on these major companies, who can actually buy the farmland back and not use it as farmland, just use it as land for animals to roam, not so you can start making genetically modified fruits and vegetables and fake meat. We need people who are actually in tune with the Most High, the Creator, to be prosperous in all ways of our life. Don't let society make you think that you're not prosperous. Don't let society make you think that your destiny, that your future isn't filled with prosperity. If you want to live a life of prosperity, you have to put in the energy, and that's all it is. Money does grow on trees, and it's connected to you, and it's connected to your energy. It's connected to what you root yourself into and how you grow. So live a prosperous life now. Put in the energy. Pay yourself first. Change your mindset from the mindset of lack, of separation of wealth, separation of our birthright, of our inheritance. This land, this beautiful, fruitful land. Separate yourself from this and realize that you are prosperous. You are wealthy. If you haven't, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I appreciate everybody that's doing this. And I truly hope that you live a prosperous life, a life filled with prosperity, a life filled with wealth, mentally, physically, and spiritually. But just like Billy Carson said, woke doesn't mean broke. We can all be financially wealthy. We can all be exactly where we want to be in life. On the beach, in the woods, in a sky rise. Wherever you want to be, you can do it. You can save up enough money. You can invest. You can get lucky. You can start your own business. You can grow more than you could ever imagine you will grow, because you are prosperous. One love.